Hey, what's up guys? It's TechZoomer talking to you here. And in today's video, I want to talk about the iPhone 15. Yes, we are less than 1 month away from the release of the new iPhone. And yes, we got some new leaks to actually give us some insight on what's coming this September. Or maybe October. But if you want to find out why I'm saying maybe October, then stick around, watch the video until the end. And of course, don't forget to drop a like down below, subscribe to the channel. This is my new setup. This is my new camera setup with the Sony a6700. So if you want to go check out my first impressions on that camera, then of course the video is there. But no further ado, roll the intro. The iPhone 15 will be the iPhone next to the iPhone 14 Pro Max. This is the current most expensive iPhone, the iPhone 14 Pro Max, but I do believe that the iPhone 15 will be more expensive. And yes, that's the first rumor of today. The biggest and I think most impactful rumor of today is the fact that the iPhone 15 Pro and Pro Max will increase the price. After a few long years after the iPhone 10, finally Apple is increasing the prices on their Pro models. But according to rumors, the iPhone 15 and 15 Plus will stay the same price. So if you're looking to buy the non-Pro iPhones, then this year they will get a better deal. They will be a sweeter deal because the Pro models will be more expensive. But I do believe the people that were going to buy the iPhone Pro, well, they have no issue with that. They will spend whatever they need to get the best iPhone in their hands. So, yeah, the iPhone 15 Pro and Pro Max are getting more expensive. Then what? The iPhone 15 Pro and iPhone 15 Pro Max are rumored to get so much features that I think the price increase will be justifiable. From titanium to an action button and even more. I do believe that the iPhone 15 Pro and Pro Max will still be worth it. But there's one thing that I have to keep in mind when actually analyzing these leaks, and is the fact that not every single leak from these ones will be true. I do believe that since the information, a very reliable Apple leaker has said that the iPhone 15 Pro and Pro Max are expected to have an action button, titanium frames, and a new slight redesign, then I'm entitled to believe that this might happen. Like, not 100% sure, but maybe like 60% sure. More leakers are also saying that the iPhone 15 Pro and Pro Max will have bigger battery sizes, as well as the iPhone 15 and 15 Plus. So, if these rumors are correct, the iPhone 15, 15 Plus, 15 Pro and 15 Pro Max will have, on average, more than 15% more battery cells, to be more exact, on the next iPhone. Together with the new, more efficient A17 chip coming to the iPhone 15 Pro and Pro Max with the 3nm new architecture, I think that the battery life on this iPhone is going to be way better than the iPhone 14 Pro or 14 Pro Max. According to the information also, the battery life is also going to get a very big upgrade. So, if all the stars align, we should get a very, very good battery life. Actually, a battery champ on the next iPhone 15 Pro and Pro Max. And, oh my god, I'm so excited for that. Because the next thing, which are the cameras, I'm not so excited. But let me explain why. The next iPhone 15 Pro and Pro Max are also rumored to have new cameras. Specifically, the iPhone 15 Pro Max. Because, according to rumors, the iPhone 15 Pro Max will get the telephoto lens, not the iPhone 15 Pro. That phone is too small to actually get a telephoto lens, and so it will stick around with the same camera design and camera sensors as the iPhone 14 Pro and Pro Max. Also, the iPhone 15 and 15 Plus are rumored to get the 48 megapixel sensor from the iPhone 14s. So, yeah, I think that the iPhone 15 and 15 Plus will be a way sweeter deal than last year's iPhone 14 and 14 Plus. But still, I do believe that the iPhone 13 Pro Max, I made a video on that, will still be the best iPhone deal in September, because that phone still has 120Hz, the same as the iPhone 14 Pro Max, still has the amazing HDR display, the OLED display, still has the A15 chip, which is the same chip found on the iPhone 14 and 14 Plus. So I do believe that if you are going to buy the iPhone 15 or 15 Plus, maybe take a look at the iPhone 13 Pro Max's price, because it will still have stainless steel, a very premium design, a very, very good camera, amazing display, 120Hz. All of that for around $800 or $700. So cheaper than the iPhone 15 and 15 Plus, which I think won't be as good of a deal as the iPhone 13 Pro Max. But still, again, excluding that phones and older type phones and values, the iPhone 15 and 15 Plus will increase their value. Apple needs to. They are not selling as much iPhone 14s and 14 Plus as they were expecting, and they cannot create this imbalance on their iPhone lineup. Of course, they want to sell more iPhone Pros. What happened is, to these users that bought the iPhone 14 Pro, they will end up not upgrading their phone for longer, because the Pro models actually last way longer than the normal iPhones by having 120Hz. by having more efficient chips, by having better cameras, they actually last longer. And so people end up not upgrading as often. While the normal models, the iPhone 14 and 14 Plus, people that buy those, it's like they buy those cheap things on a supermarket that you replace like very often. So I think those people are more like, okay, I saved $200 by buying the normal iPhone. If next year I can save $200 more, maybe I can actually put a little bit more of my own money and buy the iPhone 15 or maybe the iPhone 16. So in two years they upgrade their phones, but people that actually buy the Pro models end up sticking longer. But of course I'm not including the nerds like me that upgrade every single year and they resell their iPhones. No, I'm talking about the normal consumer that just buys Pro iPhones. For my experience, that's what happens. My father, my mother, and other people that I know that bought the Pro models, they end up sticking to their Pro models for like 3, 4, 5 years. While people that buy the normal iPhones, they end up upgrading more often. So Apple needs to create this balance between their normal lineup and Pro lineup, because if they sell too much Pro iPhones, then, well, they make more profit because the Pro models have more profit margins, but at the long run, they will suffer. They will suffer because they won't be selling like more iPhones next year. So I do believe that if Apple decides to make the iPhone 14 and 14 Plus a better deal this year, they will sell a ton more iPhone because I think they will capture a market share that now is actually not that secure from Apple. Android phones that are cheap, they actually secure a lot of market share, while Apple, if they can sell the iPhone 14 or the iPhone 15 for around $800, $700 in this climate, on this economy, maybe I think they will sell tons and tons of iPhones. But going back to the iPhone 15 Pro and Pro Max, there's also rumors brewing that these phones will be late. Yes, this is the thing that I talked about at the beginning of this video. According to rumors, especially the iPhone 15 Pro Max is going to be late. We are not sure if we are getting the iPhone 15 Pro Max on October or if a limited run of iPhones will be sold on September, and then if you do not buy the iPhone in the first 10-15 minutes of the pre-order times, then it will be delayed until October. I'm not sure if the iPhone is going to be delayed for October, 100%, like Apple is only going to launch the iPhone on the beginning of October, or if they will actually open the pre-orders on September and actually sell a few iPhones of the Pro Max model so they can keep up the hype on the Pros, or they will delay it altogether, just like the iPhone 12 Pro and 12 Pro Max and the iPhone 12 and 12 mini were actually sold on the 2020 year. So let me know in the comments below, will Apple delay the iPhone 15 Pro Max and 15 Pro from September to October? Or will Apple sell a small number of iPhone 15 Pro Maxes and 15 Pros on September whenever they launch the new iPhone 15s? Let me know in the comments below. Another thing that is also coming for the iPhone 15 Pro and Pro Max is a reduction on bezel size. According to rumors, we are getting new bezels on the iPhone 15 Pro and Pro Max. The iPhone 14 Pro Max has very, very tiny bezels. Like, I almost not noticed the bezels on this phone. They are really, really small. And the iPhone 13 Pro Max also had very, very small bezels. The iPhone 14 Pro Max had even smaller bezels, and now, according to rumors, Apple is even shrinking again on the 15 Pro and Pro Max, which is weird, I know, but it will happen according to rumors. Also, together with this display redesign, we are also getting a redesign to the chassis of the phone, together with titanium frames, which are way more resistant and they are not a fingerprint magnet. I can attest that with my Apple Watch Ultra. This device right here is made of titanium, and for the longest time, I have no scratches, fingerprints, nothing. This Apple Watch is like brand new, and I love it. So if Apple brings titanium to the next iPhone, oh my god, I will be so excited. But not just that, a new redesign is coming, making these phones even more comfortable. In today's day and age, the iPhones feature this squared off design, the design introduced with the iPhone 12s. This is a squared off design and has actually very sharp edges. It feels very premium to hold on, feels very comfortable, but after a while, it starts to cut in your hands. And I do believe that Apple will make these edges a little bit smoother, and it will make the glass like a 3D effect, like they had on the iPhone 10 and 10s and 11 with the glass. So they had this 3D glass on the actual bezel side of the phone. Now I do believe they will apply that on the back. And I think the camera bump, it will be a little bit bigger, and I think the camera is going to be a little bit redesigned on its actual design. Not just the sensors, but also the overall design. Other than that, I think that's it. I don't believe anything more is coming for the iPhone 15 Pro and Pro Max, and I think that's enough. That's tons and tons of new things. Reminding you, the iPhone 15 Pro and Pro Max are getting a titanium frame, the iPhone 15 Pro Max getting a telephoto, they are getting way better battery life with an increased size of the battery size for 18%. They're also going to get more expensive, but with that, they're going to get more storage on the baseline. I think Apple will increase the storage on these iPhones by removing the base model, not just increasing the price and still selling the 128GB model at $1,100 instead of $1,000. No, I think they will remove completely the 128GB model. They will start at $256, but they will start at $1,100, not $1,000. The same applies to the iPhone 15 Pro Max instead of the iPhone 14 Pro Max's $1,100 starting price. So I do believe people will digest this price increase better, because if you think about it, it's not quite a price increase, it's more just like an adjustment to the family of the Pro models, but still, there's a lot of people that buy the baseline iPhone, and this year, if they want to buy, again, the baseline iPhone is going to get more expensive, around $100 to $150 more expensive. We are not sure, leakers don't know, and I wouldn't bet my money on this price increase. But let me know in the comments below, do you think if Apple increases the prices on the next iPhones, it will get too expensive and people won't buy it? Or do you think people won't care? Well, my bet is that people won't really care, because nowadays everyone is just paying $1,800, $1,700 for foldable phones, right? So let me know in the comments below what you think about all of the rumors, all of the leaks. For now, I'm still using the iPhone 14 Pro Max, a very, very good phone that I still recommend buying in 2023. But don't buy it right now, just wait until the iPhone 15 comes out and then decide if it's worth it to spend the extra money on the iPhone 15 Pro Max or then buy the iPhone 14 Pro Max. Right now, do not buy any iPhone. Please trust me, don't buy any iPhone. This is not the time to buy an iPhone. It's really, really close to the launch of a new iPhone. In like 1 month and a half, we are getting the iPhone 15. So wait, because the phone that you will buy right now will devalue a lot in about 1 month. So just wait and buy the phone that you want to buy right now cheaper, or simply just wait and buy the iPhone 15. Let me know in the comments below, what are you doing this year? Keeping your iPhone, selling it, buying another one, or which iPhone are you going to get this year? While you're there, don't forget to drop a like down below, subscribe to the channel. Thank you guys for watching. This has been Tech Smart talking to you here. Bye-bye.